If you just enter here, there's no guilty or innocent, there's no joy or sorrow, really. You know, you're free. And Masu said that. He said, you don't cling to your sorrows or your joys or your shames, because what do you cling, when you cling to that, it's like the doubt, the greed, what was that again?
Impatience.
Impatience. What's your name?
Edward.
Edward. So Edwards, we'll call you impatient Edward. So that's kind of great, isn't it? And impatience, that's kind of a good one, isn't it? And so you can tell that's a big thing in a dojo, impatience, right? Because I'm so busy reaching, I can't. What am I reaching for? I'm really. And so Yun Men said, well, what? Give me the reaching. Turn back, you know. And so when you do that, when you think it's hopeless, and then you notice, oh, I'm thinking it's hopeless. There's a tiny bit of a breath there, but it's still not the koan. And the koan is just turn to the koan. You know. I suppose, you know, the koan for this whole exercise, which is sort of, in a way, emptying out all our thoughts about ourself and our tradition, how all those things, you know, there are many, all the koans are really fundamentally about this, but the koan no is about this. You know, famous, it's actually behind me up there in Chinese or Japanese. You know what it says? No. And you know what the end? Do you know why it says that? No. And is that really a koan? No, you know. So whatever the mind goes, you realize, oh, I have a refuge. I don't have to follow it away. And it's a fundamental thing about Zazen, but we always make some exceptions. You might be really smart, and you always think, well, yeah, I get that the koan no does, you know, it probably simplifies you. No, like that. Well, you know, another way, I don't know, there's probably another koan. No, you know, so there's that quality. So if you want to do a koan, just you know, keep your fingers happy, keep your mind at peace. You could try no, but you could try any of the lines here. The mind of the great immortal moves seamlessly between east and west. That's koan. And people started using things like no just because they were shorter form and more portable. And you'll notice that if you're working with, as a technical matter, which I found can be helpful to consider, if you're working with a koan it's just always there. So you wake up in the middle of the night and think, God, I'll be too tired to work. No, you know. And the thought of how you'll be in the morning is not yet here. And the moonlight is still coming through the window, and perhaps the scent of some night blooming flower like the datura, something like that, is just coming through the window. No, and morning is not here, and your suffering of tomorrow has not yet arrived, so you do not yet start paying interest on it. Or if you want to pay interest on it, just go on pzi.org. And then we'll have a nice temple like this if everybody paid interest on their worries, you know. So, yeah. So you can tell that there's a simplicity and a freedom in the mind that's just here, and you can feel it right now if you just, I don't know, just feel it, go ahead. Like it's here, right? There's not really a problem here. I mean, that's it, right? The deepest teaching. Well, I don't know, I think there's no.